basketball team, Marsha. What's up, squad? Happy Sunday. Oh my God, everybody's in the house. What's up, no Saliti? What's up, my YouTube best friend, Iris? I see you. I'm with my new road dog. Well, not my new road dog. I'm with my old road dog today. My old road dog is taking up space in my passenger seat. I keep telling him to get in the back. He will not get in the back. He think I'm gonna roll down the window, but we ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna roll down the window. He's so spoiled. We is not rolling down the window. Mm-mm. We got the top off. We don't need to roll down the window. What's up, Deborah? What's up? I just thought I would come on for a hot second while I was in the car before I get rained on. I hope it don't rain today. It might though. It's looking really rainy. It's really cloudy over there. So I was actually planning to come back yesterday, but again, I don't have control over my evenings, and I don't like to be constrained to time, and I have an issue with that. And Zills has been getting on my case about committing to certain times to come on live, and I can't commit. I don't know why, I just can't commit. I'm trying to do better. And so when I'm in a situation like I was at the nail shop yesterday, and you know I went to the house. So when I'm in a situation like that, and I'm like, okay, let me go live for a minute, I'll go live, because I don't do live on Instagram, Facebook, or none of that, because when I'm on the computer, like I always tell y'all, I am on the computer. I'm like in work mode. So the only time I'm not on the computer is when I'm behind the wheel of a car, when I'm going to buy property or something, or when I'm doing like some tasks. So it's like I don't know. I'm trying to get it together. So pardon me if I'm not reading the comments, because again, you know, I'm driving and stuff. I let Biggie read them for me. Biggie, read comments. Read comments. You're not gonna read the comments? Why you wanna read the comments? Okay, whatever. Just wanna talk to me. That's cool. Why are you looking at me? Look at the scenery. Big does not care. He gives 0 fucks today. I don't understand. I think he like me. He didn't want to come out because he had no haircut. But I'm like, we's going out, honey. We's going past the park today, honey. We's getting into the car today. He real finicky right now. Biggie got his Beyonce fan on. He letting his blonde hair blow in the breeze. Well, I'm trying to figure out what the hell, how I'm gonna get to where I'm going without getting on this way. I should have turned. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a happy Sunday. If you haven't already, check out Binge-Worthy TV. Binge-Worthy TV has some Housewives tea before I even had a chance to post it on Monday. I'm like, okay, Binge-Worthy, you better be spilling that Housewives tea about everybody being in Miami except Kenya. We'll talk about that later. But go to Binge-Worthy. I love me some Justin Diego. Justin Diego always had the good videos, honey. The good videos. So if you haven't already, go check it out. He had some clips of what they did last night at Nene's comedy show. He had the tea about them going to Nene's Swagalicious boutique opening. And all of that. Did me and Josh break up? Y'all act like me and Josh go together. Y'all get on my nerves with that. Girl talk tonight? Okay, we'll do girl talk. I tried to do it earlier. See, it's 4 o'clock. I try to do it like 7-ish. You definitely need to do some girl talk. I might need to swing on by the Petco today. What's up, Zills? I see you in the room. I see you in the room. It is a beautiful day in Atlanta. It is currently 70, well shit, it say 95 degrees in my car. I don't think it's that hot. It might be. It might be 95 degrees. I got to top off and the air on. Who knows? What's up, Jerome? We need to have a conversation soon, Jerome. Squad is slowly rolling in. I see y'all. Okay. If you haven't already liked this video, share this video, subscribe, all of that jazz. I didn't even share it on social media. Can't jump out the top, can you? Can't jump that far, can you? Yeah, I didn't think you could. Told y'all the story about Biggie jumping out the window. So I will not roll down the windows. I'll call you this evening. I'm planning on going live around 7-ish. I just made a public promise. Nah, he good. Probably need some air. He used to the AC. Biggie looking for the shade. Promise, I promise. I promise. 7 o'clock-ish. You'll be streaming the awards. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about the BET Awards. About the EBT. The last time I wrote about the EBT Hip Hop Awards, everybody's like, you misspelled BET. I'm like, no, I did. No, I did. Biggie did it when he got a haircut, and I had just picked him up from the groomer, and I had the back window down, and you know, most of the time, you know, he rides sometimes with his head out the window or whatever. And when he does that, he will you know, put his little paw on the windowsill. And when he did it this time, it let the window down a little bit further than I normally would. And as I was, you know, driving, I hit like a little bump, and he just flew on out the window. I'm like, okay. I thought I had a dead dog. Like, oh my God. Slammed on brakes. The person over on the right side slammed on brakes. Meanwhile, Biggie stopped, dropped, and rolled, and went over to the nearest tree and marked it real quick. And came back looking at me like, what? What? What's wrong with you? What? Like, you realize you just almost committed suicide, right? I'll never forget it. And every time I pass that place on the street, I'm like, that's the spot my dog would have died. Poor dog. Poor dog. I'm like, you really didn't like that haircut. They had shaved all his hair. I'm like, you really was feeling some kind of way, huh? Which way do I go, Biggie? So yeah, we'll talk about I really want to talk about like dating and stuff. And yeah, that would be an interesting topic. That would be an interesting topic. Miss Kelly, who is Miss Kelly? You is not going in my lap. In the back. Dude. They think I'm gonna roll down that window. I am not rolling down the window. Oh, Drea Kelly and the new the things she's saying about R. Kelly. Well, I don't know if what else has she said? I know I saw the Sister Circle clip. She was also on V103 saying, you know, pretty much the same thing that she, had to leave or she would have killed herself, and he was abused, verbally and mentally abusive and all of that. I don't know what else to say. A lot of people feel like, she should have spoke out sooner because, she's known the tea forever. You know what I mean? So if anything, she could have prevented whatever is going on. They're accusing him of holding, other women against their will and not allowing them to leave and all of that jazz. And so, I mean, it's her story to tell, so I guess she chose when to tell it. But still, I don't know. And then the situation, with Jocelyn Savage, it's like, she's of age. The parents are accusing him of kidnapping her, but she has said, well, I don't know if it was under duress, but she said she's fine. Like, what else can they do? What else can they do? I mean, there's plenty of women out there who are, mentally involved in a man that they shouldn't be, toxic relationships and all of that, but, is it criminal? I don't know. Until they get some solid evidence against them, I don't know what else they can do. She's charging money to be able to hear her story. Well, she needs to just go ahead and write a book and put all of her facts in the book, and make money that way, because how many times can somebody pay you to tell the same story over and over again? So I don't know. It's interesting. She got a book deal. Okay, well, there you have it. I hope you're having a beautiful day too, Sam. Positive vibes to you guys. I'm planning to do a live with my lawyer Jerome. I actually was gonna do one the day we went to lunch, but it was really loud in the restaurant that we went to. And so the next day we had planned to do it in his office, but then he got caught up doing something. So probably next week we normally go to lunch at least once a week, so maybe we can do it in his office next week. Try to figure that out, because his office really isn't too far from me, but we always end up eating at some restaurant because I'm greedy and I love to eat, and lunch is always fun with Michael. We be sitting there spilling the tea, having a good time. So it's not always about business, because he's really my friend. As long as we work together in a professional relationship, as much as he saved my ass, he knows me. He knows where the bodies are buried, child. He knows all of my demons and my skeletons. So it's like now we real life friends. Y'all are so untwist to see, but okay. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Megan needs a car seat. He does. He normally doesn't ride with me too long. It's probably the longest ride. We normally just ride down the street to the park and back. Yes, like this video, please. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love y'all. I appreciate the squad. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Did y'all see my house yesterday? I'm still stoked about the house. I cannot get over it. I cannot. Oh, here's my story time I'll tell about. Y'all couldn't hear me yesterday at the nail salon, right? I was talking about how somebody had rented my townhouse for two days, and apparently they used a card that wasn't in the same name as the reservation. So when Home Away and VRBO and all of those services, they're all one, by the way, and my property is on every last one of them. But when they verify stuff like that, normally they will send me an email and be like, there's a high risk of chargeback. Ask the person for their ID and a copy of the card to prevent that. So I asked the dude for a copy of his ID off the rip before I even got the email, because I didn't even know, whose card it was in. I don't see that. So he sent me a copy of his ID, and his ID matched the reservation. So I'm like, okay, cool. Georgia ID, name matches the reservation. We good, whatever. So if it comes down to me getting that, that high risk email, I'll be halfway covered. I just have to ask for a copy of the card. So fast forward, the day after he had already spent the night, I get the email saying, ask for, it's in this person's name. It wasn't the same name as the person who was staying there. Asked for a copy of the driver's license and the credit card. So I hit the dude back. I need a copy of your driver's license and credit card, blah, 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 blah. The name, because the name of the reservation is in a different name than the person who paid. So he was like, it's a young guy. He was like 23, 24. He was like, oh, my dad paid for it. I'll get it. He's traveling here from Miami and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I've been burned before. And so I waited and waited. It never came. So I hit him up again. I was like, I need, a copy of something. If not, your dad's, then I'll need a copy of your credit card or something in order to, to secure the payment. So he was like, well, I don't have one. I'm waiting on him. His ID is in his bag or something. I was like, okay, this sounds really sketchy. So because it was taking him so long, I went, and I think I told y'all on the live yesterday, and I went and changed the lock code on the door, because I'm like, you already spent a night. I saw he had left the morning after. So when I was going about my travels, I went by there, changed the lock code or whatever. So I'm like, if he wants to get back in, if he's bold enough, being that I have asked him for, verification, if he's bold enough to come back knowing that I'm suspicious, then maybe, he's on the up and up. So he came back. The lock didn't work, so he rings the doorbell to my phone. So I answered it, and I'm like, I haven't got the verification. And he was like, well, I'm not from here, and I don't have nowhere else to go, and my dad's on his way here, blah, blah. So I was almost feeling bad for him. But I'm like, well, really, there's nothing I can do. At this point, you've already stayed a night. And, there's nothing I can do. And so, anyway, he sat in the car for a minute, and then he left. Come to find out, he never hit me back. And again, I still believe that the car was stolen. He never hit me back. He never called me back. Yeah. So I'm still looking like, okay, so this is really, really, really sketchy. So when things like that happen, I don't know. It's just a situation where, was he telling the truth? Was he telling the truth? But Zill's like, that nigga was lying. He was lying. And it's like the third time it has happened to me. The first time it was these guys from Norway. They stayed for 14 days almost. But I didn't get a charge back until like 30 or 60 days after they left. And that was almost $1,800. And then it happened again. These guys, it was like 3 guys, they rented it. But none of this is Airbnb, mind you. Airbnb is a third-party vendor, and so they, secure the payment up front and all of that. When you use people like HomeAway, Booking, blah, 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 the person who owns the property has to secure the payment. So it's just a big headache. And so I'm like, if you're gonna use stolen cars to rent a room or to rent a house or something, like, why don't you just do it with like the Westin or somebody like that? Why you gonna like try to take advantage of small business owners? It just, it just sucks. So, long story short, I hit him up this morning because I have his phone number, and I have his identification, and I have his name, and I have him on camera entering and leaving my property, and I have it when I talk to him through the ring, so you can clearly see his face. So I'm like, he can't be this bold. Like, I just don't believe nobody would just be this bold and think that there aren't any repercussions. And so I'm definitely going to file a complaint. I have to sue him for like theft of services or whatever. It is what it is. But I already talked to my attorney about it. But it's just a situation where it's like, dude, like I have your ID. So I hit him up. I'm like, it's 23, 24-year-old black dude. I didn't want to call the police on him. Y'all know well, you don't know, but I just be feeling like it ain't a violent crime, so I don't want to get violence involved, but I'm just like, dude, like, I have ID, I have your information, I have you on camera. You need to at least pay for the night that you stayed here. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I haven't heard from him. But, you know, people just don't want to do right. Like I said in my title yesterday, people just don't want to do right. Handle my business. I'm trying. I am really trying. I am really trying. And the more I try, the more people try to take it. And if it was just me, and I had my guy friend, one of my guy friends, who actually talked to the guy and was like, you know, because I'm like, I feel like I'm being too nice. My, you know, maternal instinct is kicking in. He's like, oh, I don't have anywhere today. My dad's on the way. And I'm like, well, he might be telling the truth. And my friend was like, dude, like, he talked to him on the phone. He was like, dude, like, at the end of the day, if it was a hotel, it would have been the same thing. Your key card would have been turned off by now if that was the case. So either you gonna pay now, or you know, you can't access nothing. And then I went back over there later last night just to check, because I didn't know if he left anything in the unit or what. They hadn't even left anything in there. There wasn't anything in there, and he had spent the night. The beds weren't even messed up. So I'm just like, what were they doing in here? What did he do while he was here? And then, are you on guard when you using like a stolen credit card to rent a house, or, you know, from a private individual? Are you like up all night thinking that the police gonna come knocking at your door? I would be so paranoid. I would be so paranoid. But people do it every day. People use fake credit cards and scam people out of money and all of that with no conscience whatsoever. I just couldn't do it. I could not. And even if you get away with it, I just be feeling like, you know, I have a faith in God. I believe in karma. I believe in, like, at the end of the day, shit comes back to you. So you do good to get good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't treat people bad like that. So I don't steal. I don't do nothing. The worst I do is throw a little shade every now and then. So if my shade gonna get me some shade thrown at me, so be it. I can handle some shade. But don't be stealing from me now. Don't be taking money out of my pocket. Nah, I ain't gonna do that to you. When they get away with it, it's them bolder to do. It must. And just the fact he kept saying, you know, it's my dad's car, my dad's on his way here, and blah blah. When I go live from my computer at some point, I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna put his face online, just like I did that man who came to my damn door. I am going to put him online. And we said that too, like, okay, what's your dad's contact information? Have the dad contact us. Anything. So, you know me, he was like, my dad's flying from Miami. I'm like, Miami is an hour flight, dude. It's been 4 hours. Like, what is he driving from Miami? Like, even if he was driving, his phone don't work in the car. Like, you was really pushing it right now. You can't trust people, and you know, I'm a little bit, I've been accused of being too trustworthy, way too trustworthy. So, anyway, guys, I will give some RHOAT later. I'm getting ready to get out the car right now. If you haven't already, I spoke about it at the beginning of this video. Go to Bingeworthy TV. He had a little tea about what they were up to this weekend in Miami. I was planning on blogging about it, and I still will. But, you know, in the meantime, go watch that greatly produced video from Bingeworthy TV, Justin Diego, another Justin Diego creation. He is awesome sauce. Meanwhile, like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel. I will holla at y'all later. Thank you, guys. Bye.